a woman says, "I need space," it can feel like the ground beneath you is slipping away. In that moment, most men feel a rush of fear in their chest, as if they are about to lose her forever. The mind jumps straight to the worst-case scenario. She's falling out of love, she's interested in someone else, or she's already halfway out the door. And because of that fear, men often react in the exact way that makes things worse. They chase harder, they call more, they try to close the gap that she's asking for. But here's the part that few men understand. When a woman says she needs space, it doesn't always mean she's leaving. It doesn't always mean her feelings are gone. More often, it's a signal, a test, a quiet moment where she wants to see what you'll do next. And how you respond in that moment can decide whether the bond between you grows stronger or starts to fall apart. Most men don't know how to handle this moment. When she says she needs space, it feels like rejection, like she's quietly slipping away. You start replaying every little detail in your mind. Did I do something wrong? Did I say too much? Did I not give enough? That confusion eats at you because the signals are mixed. One day she's close, the next day she's distant. And here's the mistake most men make. They panic. They rush to fill the silence with texts, calls, or constant reassurance, thinking that if they just show more love, she'll come back. But instead of pulling her closer, it pushes her further away. To her, it feels like pressure, like she can't breathe. This is why so many men feel powerless in this situation. What was once a connection full of warmth now feels like walking on thin ice. And because they don't understand what's really happening in her mind, they end up sabotaging the very relationship they're trying so hard to protect. First, let's talk about the loss of mystery. Human nature is wired to seek discovery, to feel a spark in the unknown. When you are always available, always present, there is nothing left for her to wonder about. She no longer feels that small pull of curiosity about where you are or what you are doing because you are right there every moment. Attraction doesn't live in comfort alone. It lives in tension, in the space where she still has to reach for you. By giving away all of yourself at once, you remove the very energy that created her desire in the first place. Then comes the shift in balance. Every relationship naturally moves between giving and receiving, between closeness and distance. But when a man pours everything in, his time, his attention, his focus, without leaving space for his own mission, the scale tips too far. She begins to feel she holds all the power, and with that power often comes a quiet erosion of respect. Women deeply admire men who have their own center of gravity, their own path that keeps them grounded. But when you revolve your entire world around her, she may start to feel like she's carrying both of you, and that weight can quickly drain attraction. Next is something that applies not only to relationships but to all of life: the law of diminishing value. When something is always available, it begins to lose its worth in our eyes. Imagine the difference between a rare gem and a common stone you can pick up anywhere. Which one feels more precious? The same principle plays out in love. If you are constantly present, constantly giving, she may not consciously devalue you, but over time, the effort she once made to keep your attention fades away. Many men mistake this as her being ungrateful, but in truth, it is simply how the human mind responds when there is abundance without effort. Finally, there is what I call the silent test. Often, when a woman asks for space, it isn't rejection. It's a way of seeing who you truly are when she pulls back. She wants to know if you can remain steady, calm, and composed, or if you will crumble under the pressure of her distance. If you react with panic, begging, or constant pursuit, it shows her that your sense of self depends entirely on her presence. But if you hold your ground, if you stay focused on your path and maintain your calm, she sees a man who cannot be shaken so easily. And that kind of strength is what earns her respect and keeps her attraction alive. So what should you actually do when a woman says she needs space or when you feel her pulling away? The first thing is to resist the urge to chase or to close the distance immediately. That instinct comes from fear, and fear always weakens you. Instead, remind yourself that her space does not mean you are losing her. It means she is asking to breathe, and in that breathing room she is also quietly watching how you respond. This is where stoic wisdom matters most. Keep living your life as you were before she said those words. Stay committed to your goals, your work, your health, and the things that give you purpose. The worst mistake a man can make is to put everything on hold, waiting anxiously for her to come back, because that only confirms to her that without her you are lost. When she takes a step back, you don't need to fill the silence with endless messages or constant attempts to see her. Give her the freedom she is asking for, and at the same time show through your actions that you are grounded and steady in who you are. If she reaches out, welcome her presence with calmness, but don't overcompensate by smothering her with attention. If she stays distant, accept it with patience. Because true strength is not about controlling another person. It is about controlling yourself. The man who holds his ground when she creates distance is the man she cannot easily forget. So remember this: when a woman says, "I need space," it doesn't always mean she is leaving. It means she is watching. She wants to see if you can remain steady when the ground beneath you shifts. This is not about punishment. It's about proof. Proof that you are a man who can stand on his own, who can hold his ground without fear, and who can give love without losing himself. And if you can do that, space will not weaken the bond. It will strengthen it.